How rich Mike Tyson was. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Constantly in the headlines for one reason or another, today we're going to look at Mike Tyson's net worth. Who is Mike Tyson? Michael Gerard Tyson was born June 30, 1966. He is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1985 to 2005. He was nicknamed Iron Mike and Kid Dynamite in his early career, and later known as the baddest man on the planet. Tyson is considered one of the best heavyweight boxers of all time. He reigned as the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990. Tyson won his first 19 professional fights by knockout, 12 of them in the first round. Claiming his first belt at 20 years, 4 months, and 22 days old, Tyson holds the record as the youngest boxer to win a heavyweight title. He was the first heavyweight boxer to simultaneously hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles, as well as the only heavyweight to unify them in succession. The following year, Tyson became the lineal champion when he knocked out Michael Spinks in 91 seconds of the first round. In 1990, Tyson lost the title to underdog Buster Douglas in one of the biggest upsets in history when he was knocked out in the 10th round. Mike Tyson family. Mike Tyson has been raising his 6 children: Mikey Lorna, 30, Reina, 24, Amir, 22, Miguel, 18, Milan, 12, and Morocco, 9. Some are incredibly sporty, others have shown passions and a focus in other careers, including the film industry, modeling, and business, with son Amir setting up his own clothing line. Tyson, who is in his 3rd marriage after divorcing Robin Givens in 1989 and Monica Turner in 2003, is incredibly close with each of his children and has done what he can to help them achieve their goals, whether that be in or out of sport. Mikey Lorna Tyson, 30, is his oldest child, and she was born to Kimberly Scarborough. The two never married following a fleeting romance, but Tyson has remained close to his eldest daughter. She also remains close with her mother. How much is Mike Tyson worth? Mike Tyson is a retired American boxer who was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in the late 1980s. Mike Tyson has a net worth of $10 million. During his heyday, Mike was one of the most famous and highest paid athletes in the world. He was the youngest champion in history at age 20. During his career, Mike Tyson earned at least $430 million in purses and endorsements, roughly $700 million after adjusting for inflation. Where did his money go? Unfortunately, he squandered and/or was bilked out of a personal fortune that topped $300 million at his peak. Mike declared bankruptcy in 2003. According to the bankruptcy filing, he was reportedly $23 million in debt at that year. Tyson saw all of his fortune dissipate in 2003 due to his careless spending habits. That year, the aging boxing legend declared for bankruptcy while reportedly having a debt of $23 million. As high as the heights he reached in his boxing career, Tyson wasted his millions on lavish and luxurious things like cars, houses, and jewelry, among others. He even spent a fortune on owning Siberian tigers, including maintenance for the big cats. Trappings of fame. As Tyson became one of the most famous and wealthiest sports stars on the planet, he had women throwing themselves at him. His most explosive love affair was with his first wife, Robin Givens, from 1988 to 1989. Givens revealed her 3-month marriage to Tyson was torture, pure hell, worse than anything I could possibly imagine. Asked if Tyson ever hit her, Givens said, "He shakes, he pushes, he swings. Sometimes I think he's trying to scare me." Rape accusations. In 1991, Tyson was arrested for the rape of 18-year-old model Desiree Washington, a former Miss Black Rhode Island, in a hotel room in Indianapolis. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 1992, along with 4 years of probation. Sex offender. In the past, Tyson has been open about his sexual endeavors. He confessed to enjoying orgies and sleeping with multiple women in his heyday. And in prison, he got his fix too. Holyfield scandal. After serving 3 years of his sentence, Tyson was on the comeback trail and regained his crown as the king of the heavyweight division. He dispensed of Peter McNeely, Buster Mathis Jr., Frank Bruno, and Bruce Seldon with ease, winning both the WBC and WBA belts along the way. However, he met his match against Evander Holyfield. After losing the first fight, The rematch became infamous for a shocking moment that shook the boxing world. At the end of the third round, Tyson was disqualified for biting Holyfield on both ears. Drug abuser. And Tyson found a novel way to cheat drug tests. While he snorted lines of powder before stepping in the ring, he would use a fake penis filled with someone else's urine he and his entourage called the Whizzer. However, the Whizzer failed him in 2000 when he tested positive for marijuana and was fined £150,000. Now a drug dealer. After finding redemption in Hollywood, starring in films including The Hangover, Tyson has rebuilt his life, but it's by drugs, once his scourge, he's now making his millions from. In 2016, he set up Tyson Holistic, selling cannabis products as potent as one of his uppercuts. Tyson is believed to earn around £500,000 per month through his business, based in California, where growing and selling cannabis products is regulated and legal. That offers premium marijuana strains, edibles, and extracts. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.